Okay, guys, here's another Wade video. So it's another video I'm gonna pull from the Death Row Files Part 3 that I did. I'm gonna pull some of a few interesting things that I wanted to highlight, go over again for those of you that like my pre-records. Okay, so first of all, this will have to do with his exercise. Now, if you have watched my Death Row lives part 1, 2, and 3, they have like a daily chart where it goes over like his meals and his exercises and like if he's offered exercise, does he deny it? Does he do it on meals, phone call, baths, or showers, I should say? His exercise, he basically refuses it. He's refused it like almost the whole time he's been on death row that they've kept track of. I think only maybe once or twice he might have taken an hour or two, but he refuses it, right? But the funny thing is he's making a grievance, acting like they don't offer it to him. When I'm glad they call him out because they basically say, "Yeah, we did," and you refuse it. But that's what I want to read first. Okay, so this is the same thing, but he writes it. Oh wait, why do I have this twice? No, this is two different things. Look, 051. Okay, so this is from 12/20. So December 20th, 2024. So he says, in accordance to Chapter 33, blah, 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 disciplinary confinement listed beneath subsection P exercise states that an inmate on disciplinary confinement that extends beyond a 30-day period shall be required a minimum of 3 hours per week of exercise out of doors unless otherwise restricted per ICT. I have been and continue now to extend beyond a 30-day period on disciplinary confinement. I have no ICT restrictions and have not been given a minimum of 3 hours per week of exercise out of doors. Okay. So he's saying he wasn't offered it. He wasn't even offered 3 hours a week, which is a lie, which it shows on the forms that we've been over. It says a review of your December 229s revealed that you have refused outside recreation multiple times. Your grievance is denied. And then he gets one more on December 31st. So wait, what was that? That was December 20th. Okay. Now this is December 31st. So 11 days after they basically denied it and said, you have been offered it, denied. Okay. He does it again. 11 days later, he says, oh, that's to Miss Fail. Let me see who the other one was to, actually. Hold on. Okay, wait. So that was the first one was to Sergeant Manning. Okay. And then this next one, 11 days later, is to Miss Feo. So Shrine was this girl, Miss Feo. He said, disciplinary confinement. Does in section blah, blah, blah. Exercise clearly states that inmates confined on a 24-hour basis, excluding showers and something trips. I don't know. I'm thinking like an unalive or like hospital trips. I don't know. But anyway, it says may exercise in their cells. However, if disciplinary confinement extends beyond a 30-day period, an exercise schedule shall be implemented to ensure a minimum of 3 hours per week of exercise out of doors. Such exercise periods shall be documented on Form December, or whatever form that is, Daily Record of Special Housing. I have long past extended a 30-day period on DC status with months in DC time to go. Have not been asked nor given, and it continues here, any opportunity at being presented with or allowed the chance to get a minimum of 3 hours of exercise out of doors. Pursuant to rule, blah, 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 disciplinary confinement, I humbly request that this issue be addressed and this violation of rule disciplinary confinement be rectified and my rights be restored forthwith. Respectfully, Wade Wilson, 12/31/24. And then they respond, a review of your December 229 revealed that you are refusing outside recreation. Your grievance is denied. Okay, so I just want to show you how it shows on these daily records that he refused it. So kind of show you what the responses were where they said, oh, you refused it. So what's he going on about? Saying, oh, they didn't give me the exercise. Okay, so they have December 14th. So they have the first week of December. Okay. If here, let me zoom in a little bit. December 1, first week. Okay. Outdoor exercise 0, 0. Refused, right? And then they have second week in December. Okay. Here, outdoor exercise 0, 0. Refused. Okay. Now, let's just see. I know that's only the first 2 weeks. For some reason, they don't have the last half of December. But if you look at how he has been going on this whole time in death row, because we have a lot of the daily records, basically all of them is refusing, except I think maybe one or two. He actually took the exercise. And I even pointed that out when we were going through them. I was like, wow, he's He's not taking any exercise. I made a joke like, dang it, you like being out of shape, just kind of made a joke. But okay, let's go to November. I'm just going to show you a few of them. Okay, so now we got October, November. So it's the end of October, beginning of November, right? And then you got, I don't know why this above it. Okay, refused, 0. Okay, now this, I don't know. Did he take it? I don't know. I can't tell what that mark is. But if you look over here, it looks like no, because look, he has 0 hours for the recreation. So I think that was just a mistake, maybe. Okay. Then we have one more. Let's look at one more. November. First week in November. Here's the outdoor exercise. So we got refuse, 0, 0. Okay. Yeah, we got one more. Second week in November. So we got outdoor exercise, refuse, 0. We got a 0 here. Refuse, 0, 0. I could probably go to my rest of my documents, part 1 and part 2, and go through the daily records and show you how they're basically all 0, 0. Like how he hasn't taken any recreation except a few. I think a few hours. That's it. Maybe a couple, because I think the one time he did take it was like 1 hour, and there might have been a couple of those 1 hour ones. But I think that shows you enough that he is just making the freaking grievances for no reason. I don't know. I guess that's just him, right? Oh, Lordy. Here is December, the first week of December. Okay. Look, outdoor exercise, 0, 0, which they say that means basically he were offered and he refused. They did 0 hours, 0 hours, refused. Look, circled, refused, refused. Okay. Second week in December. Outdoor exercise, 0, 0, refused, refused, refused. And just to bring up some other months to see, even October, November, refused. November this week, refused, refused, 0, refused. So, I mean, he's constantly refusing it since he's been on death row. I think there might have been on a different month, he might have taken like an hour once, but I mean, he's refusing. All right, so I thought that was interesting. And now, okay, so this is Wade asking for some specific things. They're actually grievances for stuff maybe he has asked for, but they didn't get. So let's see here. So this one is from 12/20/24. It says, please send me order catalog for blank necklace, medallions, and ring. I want the catalog to the jewelry and gift depot, wanting to be approved then to order said items to support my blank beliefs. So I'm sure he's acting like it's religious beliefs. And then they say back on December 20th, says the grievance is returned in the accordance with blah, 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 because the inmate is grieving a matter beyond the control of the department. The Department of Corrections blank staff does not have catalogs for this vendor. It is your responsibility to request a catalog and order from the vendor. And then on 12/20, he says, please send me copies of any blank based magazines such as Victorious Living or Victory. Also send me any daily devotional series you may have. Sign me up for any blank you have. And then they respond and they say, the grievance is returned without processing in accordance to blah, 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 because the inmate is using the grievance process to ask questions or seek information, guidance, or assistance. Okay, so this one is the same day he sends this out. It says, for over 1 month, I have requested to be sent a catalog from blank to the jewelry and gift depot, so I may order. To be approved, a chain, necklace, and medallion to meet my specified blank. And I'm sure that's religious beliefs or whatever, which is weird because sometimes like they were saying religious stuff and not redacting it. And now like towards the end of the document, they start redacting it. But anyway, it says, I have not received response back nor requested catalog. And then they respond back to that by saying the grievance is returned because the inmate is grieving a matter beyond the control of the department. They do not have catalogs for this vendor. It is your responsibility to request a catalog and order form. It's the same grievance because they already told him. Okay, so the next one is on 12/20. It says, I have made attempts with chaplain's office previously to receive requests to jewelry and gift depot for means to purchase religious items. Chaplain has provided no response, nor issued me order catalog to jewelry and gift depot. I require an order form approval form to purchase blank items. And they respond, the grievance is returned in accordance with blah, 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 because the inmate is grieving a matter beyond the control of the department. The Department of Corrections chaplaincy staff does not have catalogs for this vendor. It is your responsibility to request a catalog and order form from the vendor. So this one was redacted, whoever that was sent to, and this one was D. Randall. Okay, so next topic we're gonna do is yeah, saying he's in danger. Okay, so he was trying to request like private meetings with these people. I don't know. I was thinking he was talking about self harm, but I know there's people in chat was thinking no, he was talking about like other people harming him. So I'm not sure he's in confinement. I guess he could still have a fear of other people harming him, whether that threat's real or not. I mean, that's probably a different story. So, I mean, even if he's in confinement and not around anybody, I guess, yeah, I mean, he could still think that. Wow, these are all on 1220. He made so many grievances on 1220. This one says, I need to speak in a private, safe environment away from any other inmates to a member of the ICT in regard to an ongoing current issue relating directly to safety in blank towards self. That's why I was thinking it was like a self harm because it says towards self. In addition, then, at this time, with ICT, I may need to write a sworn statement to document in writing the issue mentioned. Okay, so they respond, your request for the administrative remedy or appeal has been received, reviewed, and evaluated. Reason for the return of grievance or appeal without processing. A grievance should be returned if the inmate is using the grievance process to ask questions or seek information, guidance, or assistance. Therefore, based on the foregoing information, your grievance is returned without action. And then this, so that, wait, let's see who that was to. That was to ICT, okay? This is to Captain Alvarez. It says, I request an opportunity to speak with you in a private environment apart from any other inmates in regards to a matter of importance as well as to an issue of immediate threat risk posed potentially to self. If you, at your own convenience, would grant this request, I would be greatly appreciative. And then it says your request or blah, blah, blah has been received, reviewed, evaluated. Reasons for the grievance or appeal without processing. A grievance should be returned if the inmate is using the grievance process to ask a question, seek information, guidance, therefore, blah, blah, blah. Basically same thing, same reason they denied it. It says they return the grievance because that's obviously asking for guidance, assistance, and information probably. But yeah, it's not a grievance. It's not like something happened and then he's making a grievance. This is just he's just asking a question or asking for help. Okay, so this one says, oh yeah, let's see who that's to. Oh, that's to a redacted and it's check security. Request to speak with Sergeant of the blank, blank, blank in regard to my own redacted, as well as about issue of immediate safety concern against self. So against self, I mean, I guess that could be like also somebody else against self, right? But the way he's wording it, I swear it seems like it's like hurting himself. Like he's worried he's going to hurt himself. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that he is talking about hurting himself or somebody else hurting him? Or both? Says this conversation needs to occur in a private, secured environment apart from any other inmates. So I guess the fact that he wants it all private makes me think it is against other people. I mean, I guess it could still, like, as he doesn't want people to know against himself, but no, I guess it probably is talking about other inmates, maybe. Anyway, this basically says the same thing, the same denial. He's using the grievance process and he shouldn't be, basically. This is to Sergeant Blank, and it says, I need to speak in a private, secured environment apart from any other inmate to the Sergeant of the blank, blank, in regards to my blank, as well as to the issue of immediate safety concern against self. So he gets basically the same denial. Well, actually, they just basically tell him this isn't a grievance. You're writing to the wrong place. You're writing it as a grievance. That's not what you should be doing. So I don't understand how many times it needs to be told that, but okay, now it's to Lieutenant Muncie or Manucy, requesting at your own personal convenience to speak with you in a private setting apart from any other inmates. Same grievance returned without action, the same reasons. Okay, so now we're going to go over a disciplinary report that he got for, well, I'll read it here. The violation title is misuse of state property. It says at approximately 20:35 hours on Monday, December 9th, 2024, while assigned as third shift captain, I, Lieutenant J. McClure, was present on blank in front of the cell which houses inmate Wilson. While he was being removed from his cell, a visual inspection of inmate Wilson's cell revealed his personal property covered the cell vents, as well as being improperly stored. Further, his state issued t shirt was covering the toilet, as well as his other state issued linens being improperly stored. A visual inspection of inmate Wilson's state issued mattress and pillow was conducted, and an unknown liquid substance smelling of urine was found covering them. Inmate Wilson is being charged with a violation of chapter blah blah blah, rules of prohibited conduct, misuse of state property or property belonging to another, use for purpose other than intended purpose. Inmate Wilson remained on disciplinary confinement status upon submitting this report. And then it says he was found guilty. The disciplinary report team based its decision on direct observation in written statement of Lieutenant McClure, who states that approximately 20:35 hours on December 9th, while assigned as third shift captain, Lieutenant J. McClure was present on Wing 4, a P dorm, in front of cell 4, blah, 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 which housed inmate Wilson. While he was being removed from his cell, a visual inspection of inmate Wilson's cell revealed his personal property covering the cell vents, as well as being improperly stored. Further, his state-issued t-shirt was covering the toilet, as well as his other state-issued linens being improperly stored. Okay, so here's a picture. Look how wet that is. So that looks like, is that like a tarp substance? Doesn't look like a sheet. I'm confused what kind of material that is. Is that supposed to be a sheet? Looks like one of those tarps, you know? Let me see something. It says mattress and cell vents. Oh wait, a visual revealed personal property covering the cell vents, as well as being improperly stored. The mattress and pillow had the unknown substance. Oh, I don't know, but if it's pee, that's gotta smell so bad in there. Unless if that's just ground right there. Oh, that's, no, they're holding up something. That could be the sheet. That just looks looks like a tarp, like plastic. Anyway, so charged inmate's version of infraction. So inmate Wilson states, "I request all evidence." And then the charging staff member interview, he says, "I interviewed Lieutenant McClure, and he stated inmate Wilson had his vents covered along with property and properly stored. Additionally, his state-issued linens were in disarray." And there's something redacted. Okay. And then he writes on his witness statement, whatever part, he says, "I request all evidence to include pictures of alleged situation." When I make it smaller, it's easier to read. Okay, so he says, "I request all evidence to include pictures of alleged situation." Okay, guys, that's all I have for this video. And then, like I said, I'm still waiting on a few other things. And email me if there's anything else going on that you want me to know. Anything going on with this case, or have any other requests for other cases. And I will talk to you later, guys. Have a good one.